Hello and welcome to another update video about XRP. XRP is moving higher. It did hold our support area, so that was good. Just a reminder of what we're tracking here. We're tracking basically two main scenarios. In the yellow count, we would see another move to the downside, and we count this as a WXY structure. Even in this move, it can stretch out quite a bit, so we're going to track the uptrend as long as it's running. It's a corrective structure, so we have to be very flexible here. That's always the case with XRP. So I typically give you support areas and we just track the uptrend, and at some point it will break. That would then be an indication that the move down has started, at least the first indication. So the idea is that this year, the move up into July was a larger A wave. The move down here is a B wave, and we would then move up in a C wave that can take it to $1 and beyond, okay? However, we're only sort of halfway through wave B, as it seems. We've got the W, we've got the X wave, and then the Y wave should still happen. Yeah, but this X wave can stretch out quite a bit as well. So, you know, that there is, we are currently in an uptrend locally, and we need to follow it as long as it's running. There's no way how long this takes because we're dealing with corrective structures, so it keeps us on our toes. There is a resistance area where we can say, okay, if the price breaks above that level, the yellow count will get less likely. And that's all the way up to 80 cents. Okay, so 80 cents, we currently have reached the 50% FIB level, basically. It's 64 cents, that's key resistance. But yeah, you know, it can still stretch higher if it wants to. Also, the wave count would allow for higher. But I'm not telling you this is definitely what will play out. I mean, we're in a short-term uptrend, therefore we also track the potential that the entire correction finished here, which is possible because I count this as a wave W. So it's a three-wave move in itself. So we can call that the B wave, actually. That's possible, even though it's very short time-wise compared to the length of this move up. So therefore, I'm not very happy with it. But B waves are the most diverse waves in the Elliott Wave library, if you could say. So we have to be always on the on our toes with B waves. So it's typically no wave you would recommend anybody to trade. Also because the risk is that this is still a B wave. So you're dealing with corrections within corrections. Honestly, there's no reliable setup, okay? There are much better coins to trade that are much more impulsive than, for example, XRP. But hey, you know, people like to follow the count and maybe you do some swing trading, that's fine. Just be aware that XRP, first of all, is very, very much affected by short-term news. It's moving in corrective structures, so it doesn't have the stability in the wave count. That's the problem. But we can still use the Elliott waves to track support resistance, right? And they are the keys for invalidation point, or keys for invalidation, and they are the levels against which can be traded. Now, the idea is that we could, in this scenario, be in a C wave. The problem is, if we are in a C wave, this would have to be some kind of a diagonal structure. And I need to see 5 waves to make that, to really confirm that. And then the next question is, okay, how high does the C wave go? That's the next question to answer, but that could be quite a bit, you know. And this 5-wave move that we're tracking here might only be the first wave of the C wave, basically. Basically, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. Okay, but one more high is missing. We haven't even got the wave 4 correction. So at the moment, we are tracking higher in both scenarios, so that makes it quite straightforward at the moment. For risk management purposes, I would assume we come down lower, but I'm very open to the idea that a 5-wave move develops here. So let's go to the shorter time frame. Again, they move together, these counts, at the moment, so I'm not tracking them separately. They are the same, basically. It doesn't make a difference if this move up is happening in wave 3 or if it's happening in the X wave. It doesn't make a difference to me. It's just an uptrend, and we track it, and the micro counts give us the relevant levels to watch. And it's just when this move up has finished, and you will not be able to recognize the difference between the third wave and the X wave here, only when that's finished, when we can track the pullback. And if the pullback support is holding for a wave 4, then we can watch for a wave 5. Hope that makes sense. Let's go to the 30-minute chart. The idea here is that off this low in October, we formed an A wave, we formed a B wave, we're now moving up in wave C. And that is wave C, either in the X wave or in the third wave. So let me just shift that. I have to shift it across a little bit. Yeah, and if we zoom out now, zoom in, we see that we are moving in this fifth wave. That's been the assumption anyway. No change. I gave you a few days ago a support area that did hold. The only question is really, how does this now work out? So the C wave is a 5-wave move, right? And I'm tracking a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, a wave 4, and this could be a wave 5. Looks very choppy, so it could be that this wave 5 unfolds as an ending diagonal. Different ways how this could unfold. And anyway, the trend is up. The trend is up against the beginning of wave 5. So as long as we're holding 58 cents, trend should go higher. Yeah, so that's the key level I would use if I was trading this. At the moment, I could, however, not rule out that we go down deeper and lower into the box. So actually, it should be 57 cents if you're using the fib levels. Because obviously, this wave 4 could reset a little bit lower, but should not go below 57 because we don't want a wave 4 to go below that level. Already, that's quite low anyway. Ideally, I would prefer it stays above 58 cents, which basically means it's the Wednesday low, okay? So yeah, and then the question arises, where should that wave C take us? And well, first of all, we have structural resistance at 63 cents. We've been talking about that for months, that level, yeah, as a key level to watch. And then within the, so if we take a look at A and C often have the same length. So the C wave target could be 66 cents. It's an ideal level to watch, can also go higher. So the 1.618 extension would be next, but then the subdivisions would be different. So there are different ways how this can be approached. I mean, the trend is up, so we're just following the trend at the moment. When it breaks, then we have to just readjust the wave count and watch where we are. We just need to be on our toes with XRP, but currently it's just following the projection. The idea was if we break above, I think it was 55.8 cents, it was this swing high, that we would work our way towards the 63 cent level, and it's doing that, and it's probably just doing it right now. So yeah, hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. The links are in the video description. There's additional content every single day. And if you're interested in the membership, every Sunday we do a weekly live stream. You get access to Discord and Telegram. There are chat rooms, educational content, and as a gold member, you get additional short-term market updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.